It's not you and not me. Remember last year, everyone?
Oh, yeah.
Last year were the bakers, the unlucky ones, despite their delicious bread, upset with the quality of the fresh buns they had well baked instead.
Oh, my.
And then the food makers we stamped his toy with shoes and he cried, "You're all dead." It made them too nervous to lift a nail and stone.
Oh, Father.
Perhaps he needs a hobby?
You think?
Each year is your turn, something to do. A hobby that can track. He simply looks like an happy do a try. Ouch! There's cocaine, tennis, and juggling.
He's trying to all this and that. The mouth was told to the strings, the pineapple was fast.
That was a funny day. Not really juggling, teacher.
For most of the year, we love where we live. It certainly has its reward. But now the tricks are survived when the king gets bored. Gertrude, I'm born again!
Find your hiding spot! Hello?
The right and honorable, high and noble, magnanimous and great, prodigious and almighty. Handsome and devastating King Nicholas.
Royal subjects, you've all failed me. I'm the king. I rule with peace and prosperity. I bring great joy into all of your lives, my greatness and radiance. And as for so little return, all I ask is that you answer my beck and call. You squeeze me fresh orange juice every morning. You bring me my slippers when I'm sitting on my throne. And you make sure that I'm never, ever bored. And do you see my face? Boredom. It's a miracle I'm not dead from it yet.
Sir, we've always sought to keep you happy.
No, you haven't. No one cares about my happiness. As long as I don't bet Execution Tuesdays. I don't see what the huge problem was there. Maybe we had banners in the snack bar.
I think perhaps people were put off by the fact that there always beheadings.
Oh, you know what they say. You can't always please everyone. Couldn't we bet Execution Tuesdays just until the boredom passes?
No, sir.
No.
What?
You signed a decree saying that you wouldn't do it anymore. Right after you did it with Gladiator Thursdays.
Now that was good fun. You could really see how fast someone could run when they're being pursued by a lion.
Sir, perhaps we could find a less violent way to entertain you.
The non-violent ways are no fun. Like that ridiculous instrument you gave me the other week. No matter how hard I blew on it, it produced no music.
Sir, that was a violin.
Well, clearly it wasn't built correctly, and I still don't play my tongue.
What about the game we arranged for you this morning? Cricket.
Have you ever tried hitting a croquet ball or riding a horse? If the horse stands still, your arm is simply not long enough. If the horse moves, you fall right off.
That's like sports, sir. It takes practice.
Kings do not practice. Our crowns will get filthy. I still have cricketed on mine. Better.
Perhaps a card game?
No.
Baking?
No.
And after you show them the...
What about human jousting?
No!
Human hunting?
No!
What if you, wife, and my queen? Possibly you could find something for me to do.
Maybe breeding ponies.
To hunt them?
No, to ride them.
Oh, you failed me like everyone else.
You're the jester, isn't it your job to keep him entertained?
I danced for him all night. My feet are black and blue. I told jokes for hours. I'm surprised I'm not mute by now.
Well, we have to think of something.
I've got it. What about a banquet? There'll be food and dancing and juggling.
What good is a banquet if no one is executed?
It'll be just the thing, we promise.
Meanwhile, a little preview. Well, there'll still be food and dancing at least.
Come on, now right to the throne room.
And tonight.
Please don't make us go in there. Come precious we all.
No one is going to die. I can promise you that.
Father's bark is worse than his bite.
Father! Alexander, Edward, my boys, how are you? Slaying any dragons today? Not today, Father. Captured any gremlin? Boiled any trolls? I'm afraid not.
But I did destroy the army of pixies.
Those were fireflies, Edward.
But they were fierce.
Oh, you young ones have life, wrecking and slaying where you please, not having to answer to any fussy women who think jousting with humans instead of bandits would be upsetting. I wish I were in your shoes again. Please don't say that, Father. You have much to be happy about. A beautiful kingdom, a lovely queen, subjects that adore you. Well, as long as you're occupied. It's so very dull. There's never a good war going on when things get tedious.
Come, my lord, and join the dance.
Oh, must I?
Unless you would like to start baking like we talked about.
May I have the honor, my lady?
Lady, I've never come that far. I've never even seen the inside of this castle before.
What's your name?
Gwyneth. Sometimes I say things backwards.
Sometimes?
Only when I'm very nervous. I'm just a girl from the village. I was at my shop when the palace started kicking around and stuff. I wasn't even finished my day's work.
What's in your shop, dude?
I spent thread on a regular knitting skill.
You lead quite a dangerous life. Spindles are not looked upon favorably in this kingdom.
I did have quite a time finding one for my day's work. Why are spindles such a bad thing?
It was years ago when my little sister was born. They held a grand banquet, much like this one, and everyone from the kingdom came to celebrate the birth of the princess. But in the middle of the revelry, Gothel appeared.
Gothel, the troll?
Leader of the trolls, wielder of the darkest of magic. He hadn't been invited to the celebration and she was angry. As a punishment to my parents, she put a curse on my sister.
What sort of curse?
So that when she came of age, she would prick her finger on the spindle of the spinning wheel, that as it bled, she would die.
How terrible, what happened?
She was sent away to be kept safe, but a few years ago, she disappeared. No one knows where she went.
I'm so sorry, how terrible for your family.
Yes, my mother has never been quite the same. And you can see how my father's turned out.
Enjoying yourself, my lord?
Hardly. Everyone's just too happy.
What, you need some sort of magical diversion? Something to take you beyond the realm of the everyday, into the mystique of the supernatural world.
What do you suggest? All the wizards have left the kingdom.
No, sir, they didn't leave. You thought a wizard off would be a good idea, and they pooped each other into oblivion.
A fine day that was, but very little magic since.
Wizards are not the only ones who can enchant.
Do you speak of trolls? They're not allowed in this kingdom.
There is a greater disbursement of magic among common folk than I think. See that girl there with the prince?
That common girl?
She may look common, but she's known in mystic circles. She spins thread in a humble shop by day, but very few know that behind closed doors, she can spin straw into gold.
Gold, you don't say.
Indeed, from one tiny more straw, she can spin a fortune to rival any ruler's treasures.
That is something I would like to see.
I've never heard a prince that dances with his common subjects.
All that nonsense that royalty shouldn't mingle with the rest of the kingdom infuriates me. We're all people. though my father does wish for me to only marry a princess of the highest of birth. He is adamant on the subject.
And who would you wish to marry?
Oh, I'm sure I don't know. The only girl I ever think about is surely a dream, an illusion.
What do you mean?
You'd think me foolish, but one day, while I was riding through the forest, I saw an old tower. It was clearly abandoned, nearly falling down. Surely no one has lived there for years, but I could have sworn I heard the voice of a girl singing. I've ridden by that tower many times and heard that same sweet song, but the girl never appears.
Maybe she's inside.
I've looked all around trying to get inside. There's no doors and no stairs, no way to get inside.
That's a mystery.
Yes, and it haunts me. If only I could find that girl who sings that song.
I hope you do.
Thank you. Lords and ladies, it is my understanding you have a magician of sorts, my miss.
Who is it, dear?
What would you guess?
Who here looks like a sorcerer? Not me, I'm not magical at all. Please don't make me do it. I've never even seen a wizard. I didn't know what the wizard is.
Don't fret, ladies. My father has learned that it is unwise to get rid of every conjurer in the kingdom. You never know when you may need one.
Who is it, husband?
It's this young lady!
Me, sir? No. I spent that on a regular spinning wheel.
Oh, you shall spin me a fortune by dawn. Helen, fetch some straw!
Please, Majesty, I cannot do it. I've never spent gold in my life.
Oh, you shall spin me a fortune by dawn, or I'll execute you there. Either you spin me a fortune and I still get to execute someone. Everybody wins. Father, do have some mercy. If she cannot do it, then she cannot.
She doesn't look at all magical.
You cannot punish her for having no gift of magic. I can punish anyone I choose. See what's on my head? Father.
Father, really?
Husband!
Your Majesty! Enough! Take her away!
Mother Godmother Troll Queen!
You all think we trolls are such simple creatures, and we are. We like a simple life. So little do we demand for our happiness. And yet, we are not simple-minded. Like you, you fall into my snare every single time.
What business have you here, Gothel? The last time you appeared in this hall, you devastated our entire family.
Well, if you had given the respect it deserves the other queen's kingdom, then your daughter would have reigned safely along.
State your business or be gone. You brought enough grief on this house.
My business here is concluded for the moment. We couldn't depart without thanking you for stepping to my new soul being once again.
What do you mean?
3 princesses, captive held, ever seen but unseen, 2 locked the power snared, an unseated king and queen.
Mother, are you all right?
What could she have not unsee king and queen?
I wouldn't worry about it, Mother. She's full of idle threats.
It wasn't a threat when she took your sister. Is she gone?